Okay, we're good.
Okay. So,
right.
does everyone have the quiz open?
Yeah, so are we on the practice or the real one?
The real one, I think, yeah.
Yeah, the real one.
Okay. All right, cool.
All right, so question 1. When an economist points out that you and millions of other people are interdependent, he or she is referring to the fact that we are all, it should be the second one, I think,
Yeah,
right? Rely
right,
upon one another for goods and services that we consume.
Yep.
Great. Okay. And then for number 2, if, however you pronounce that guy's name, must work 0.5 hours to make each purse, then her production possibilities frontier is based on how many hours of work? I put down 5 as well. Good.
Yep, same.
Okay. Someone want to go through question 3 and question 4?
Yeah, I'll read them off. If the production possibilities frontier shown are each for 1 year of working, then which of the following combination of jackets and sweaters could Lisa and Bryce together produce in a given year? This one I couldn't get. This was hard.
These confuse me a little bit.
Yeah.
Because is it at, like, I guess I'm wondering, is it asking for the most productive or just their maximum of each?
So what it says could they produce, I think it's just what they can put within the possibilities frontier. So it has to be within. Most of these were actually outside of it.
Yeah.
From what I can remember. So it was only one of them that worked, and I want to say that it was I actually didn't write it down. I want to say it was question 4. So all you need to do or not question 4, I'm sorry, it's 4 sweaters and 12 jackets.
And that's what I guessed from that as well.
Yeah, that's the only one I didn't figure out where to put it on the graph, but the other 3 I figured out couldn't go there.
Yeah,
they were outside of it. So
that's what I.
1 second.
I didn't get that. I got 4 sweaters is 8.6 jackets.
Okay, so maybe it's not correct. Let me see again. So
I came up with.
So let's say.
I came up with 4.3 jackets as 1 sweater. Anybody else come up with that?
Well, I didn't really do the math.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
How did you get 4.3 jackets to 1 sweater?
How did I get it?
Yeah.
So I just, if they're both producing jackets, it would be 16 jackets plus the 10 jackets, so it'd be 26 jackets and 0 sweaters. But then if they're both producing sweaters, it would be 4 sweaters plus 2 sweaters, so 6 sweaters. So then 26 divided by 6 is 4.3.
4.3 to 1.
Yeah.
So
yeah, with that ratio, it would be at 4 sweaters, it would just be 8.6 jackets. But
they wouldn't be able to produce enough.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to do it. They wouldn't be able to do any of these answers on here. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but that's just that was the way I was trying to figure it out.
So for number 1, if you were to just make 1 sweater, it looks like you would come out with an extra. Let me see here. If you were to look over at Bryce's production possibilities frontier, so if you produce 1 on his, it looks like you're left with 4 left that you can make, and then 4 plus 16 to Lisa's. That's how I did it, at least when I looked at it, is 20. So it's not enough. So for the 2 sweaters, if you were to just take Bryce and he were to just make only my train of thought here. If he were to only make sweaters, he would be maxed out, and then all that's left is the 20 jackets that Lisa can make, and she can't make that many at a given time. So that's kind of how I did it. So maybe I did it kind of wrong. 5 sweaters. So if
yeah,
sorry, I dropped out of the call.
Oh.
Oh no, you're fine.
Did you guys make any progress while I was gone?
Not really.
Oh.
Not really. It's such
Dang it.
confusion.
Yeah, and there's no way to make 5 sweaters and 7 jackets. And the other 2, there's no way
1, 2,
Yeah.
1, 2.
to do the 22 jackets or the
Yeah, there's nowhere to do the last one, and then there's no way to. Is there no way to do the first one then?
So
I didn't think so either.
Yeah, so it's one sweater and 21.6 jackets. So
yeah,
it's almost there. But I would think you wouldn't round your 0.6 to a full jacket, like it would be 21. Like if you didn't produce.
Wait, so does that fall within then?
Well, I would guess that you'd have to round down though. So it's 1 sweater to 22 jackets is the answer. And
yeah.
then you just work out to 1 sweater to 21.6 jackets.
Only use less, right? You're saying for so you can create one sweater and 21.6 jackets, right?
Yes. And answer A, 1 sweater to 22 jackets. So it's 0.3 more, 0.4 more.
So the question says, and this is what I thought maybe it could be, is that all you need to do is find one that falls within, not necessarily that falls right on the possibility frontier. So it says which of the following combinations of jacket and sweaters could Lisa and Bryce together produce in a given year. So if the rest of them are impossible to do, then 1 is the only one they could do, even though it doesn't create a full jacket or sweater or whatever you want to call it.
Well, it's still outside of the possibilities.
Yeah, because 22 is more than 20.
Oh, 1 second.
Yeah, it's the other way around.
I thought you.
If it was 21 jackets, that makes sense.
Oh, okay. So sorry, I was mixing up the numbers then. My bad.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Okay,
I don't know what to do on that one.
So
1 to 22 is the closest, but it's still outside of the curve. So
yeah.
So that's the closest one. Are there any others that are, and the rest of them we've kind of eliminated, or what?
Yeah, no, that was the closest one.
Unless if there's something else that we're missing. I mean, there could be. Is there something like with them trading or something like that? Like in the later problems?
In order for them to make 4 sweaters, Bryce can only make 2. So that means Lisa has to make 2. And she doesn't make 12 jackets on her own. So she only makes about like 10 point something, right?
Right.
So maybe it is I don't know.
Well, it sounds like most of us think it's A. I can submit it first and then tell you guys how it turns out.
Yeah, I get that's the best answer, I would guess. It's got to be one of them, right? I mean,
it's the closest one, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry, I just got here. Are you guys on number 3?
We are.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it looks like it's talking about like how much they could produce together, so you kind of combine how much both of them can make. Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah. So we're for that.
Okay, I see now.
So,
okay,
yeah.
I'll submit it first and tell you if I got it wrong. How about that?
We can go.
You guys can correct accordingly. At least that's what we did for my statistics class last semester. Someone said it was the sacrificial lamb and took a hit. So if you want to move on to the question 4, we can kind of do that. Liz, you're the one that just joined the call, yeah?
Yeah, I just entered.
All right, cool. Yeah. So we went over question 1 and 2. We thought that question 1 was rely upon one another for the goods and services we consume. I'm not sure if you got the same answer.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
And then we thought for number 2, it was 5 hours.
It's a lot of math. I'm sorry, hold on. Yeah, I think it's 5 hours.
Okay, just if you don't, All right, yeah. If you didn't have any questions on that when you did it earlier, then we just wanted to make sure at least.
Yeah.
So does someone want to run through question 4? I guess.
Sure. Assume that Andrew and Paul can switch between producing wheat and producing beef at a constant rate. Referring to the table, which of the following combinations of wheat and beef could Andrea produce in 1 8-hour day? I got 16 bushels of wheat and 32 pounds of beef.
So I did C, 7 bushels and 15.
I did the same.
So A, I didn't do A because it's 16 and 32. So they could do 16 and 0, or they could do 32 and 0, but they can't do.
Oh,
Yeah, it's outside the
yeah,
possibility.
you're right.
So it is. Yeah, the only one that falls between is C.
that makes sense. All right.
All right. For number 5, it says the fact that the line slopes downward reflects the fact that Brazil should specialize in producing cashews? The last one?
I put
C again. Brazil faces a trade-off between producing peanuts and producing cashews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they were talking about earlier in the textbook how there's that trade-off, and the trade-off's always represented between, or it's what do you call it when it's that's not the opposite, it's inverse. It's an inverse relationship between the two. So that's kind of what it was covering, I think.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yep.
Okay.
6 minutes. Sure. Let me just stop.
All right, so we want to go to 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If point A represents Alice's current production and point B represents Betty's, under what circumstances can both Alice and Betty benefit from specialization and trade?
I think I said if if Alice produces more lemonade and Betty produces more pizza.
That's also what I put.
Yeah, that's what I put.
Okay.
And then for question 7, I can read that if no one else wants to.
Okay.
Ken and Tracy are 2 word workers who both make tables and chairs. In 1 month, Ken can make 3 tables or 18 chairs, whereas Tracy can make 8 tables or 24 chairs. Given this, we know that the opportunity cost of 1 chair is, and then I'm trying to remember correctly here. So I think I put A for. I think I put A for this one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
All right, groovy.
We're 8. Okay. Assume that Japan and Korea can switch between producing cars and producing airplanes. Japan's opportunity cost of 1 car is, and I put A again.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
This one is another one that confuses me. Number 10.
Yeah, this one's hard.
Excuse me. Suppose Arturo is willing to trade 6 burritos to Dina for each 10 tacos that Dina produces and sends to Arturo. Which of the following combinations of tacos and burritos could Dina then consume, assuming Dina specializes in taco production and Arturo specializes in burrito?
Yeah. I didn't get one on this one. I don't know.
Me either.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
So for every 10 tacos, she gets 6 burritos. And they specialize.
So it's what's confusing for me is that it's Diana's combination, her consumption combination, right? Is that
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So she's gonna make 400, and she's gonna make 400 tacos. He's gonna make 300 burritos.
So
They're gonna trade 6 to 10.
yeah, I don't get it.
I don't know. This one's hard.
So she makes 400 tacos, and every
Wait, is there a special? Yeah, or he goes some burritos. Okay, so
wonder. Oh, okay, and then he's gonna make 300 burritos.
Um,
Dang, I don't know. The problem is we don't know.
so if she trades, we should just go through these answers, right? So if she trades, she's gonna make 400 tacos, and if she trades down to have only 100 tacos, that means she traded 300 tacos, and then she got 200 burritos. So that's 2 to 3, and it needs to be 3 to 5, right? It needs to be 6 over 10.
Yeah.
3 over 5.
Yeah.
So it can't be A. So then 2. If she traded 200, if she has 200 tacos, then she traded 200, and got 130 burritos, which that would be 130 over 200. What is that? 130.
13 over.
That's 6.5. So that's close because 3 over 5 is 0.6.
I think that it's going to be C. Can you try that out?
So 300. That means she traded 100 tacos for 60 burritos. Yeah, that's got to be it.
Okay, cool.
That makes, I think I was trying to make that too
Gotta be
complicated.
Jeez, that's a tough one. It's the trading thing that like throws me off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just doing as they had them, not as they traded. You have to take the traded value. All right.
That's true. Okay. 10. Suppose that a worker in Fredonia can produce either 6 units of corn or 2 units of wheat per year. And a worker in Slovenia can produce either 2 of corn or 6 of wheat. Each nation has 10 workers. Without trade, Fredonia produces and consumes 30 units of corn and 10 of wheat. Slovenia produces and consumes 10 of corn and 30 of wheat. Suppose that trade is then initiated between the two countries, and Fredonia sends 30 units of corn to Slovenia in exchange for 30 units of wheat. Fredonia will now be able to consume a maximum of...
Yeah, again.
Well, yeah,
I
thought it'd be
put down
0
A for
units
this
of
one.
corn, but like that's not an option.
Yeah, I put down A for this one.
That's what I put too.
How did you get A on that one?
Okay. I have the math written here, but I'm trying to remember why I did it that way.
Suppose that are working for Fredonia.
So
it's like an even exchange, right? That's what I was thinking, because it's like it's 6 and 2 and 2 and 6, and then it's 30 and 10 and 10 and 30.
yeah.
So is that why it's that? Because it's 30 and 30, the math works out that it ends up being 30 and 30 instead of 40 and 30 or 40 and 20 or 10 and 40?
So each country is producing, so with their 10 workers, one is producing 60 units of corn and 20 units of wheat. And then the other one is producing 20 of corn, 60 of wheat, right? So they're trading 30 of corn.
It seems to me like it should be, shouldn't it be offset? Because can't you, when you trade with specialization, you increase your amount above your production possibilities curve.
So they're, okay.
Am I thinking that right?
They're consuming, so they don't have to be better in both aspects, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So as it is right now, they're both consuming 30 of what they make more in and 10 of what they make less in, right?
I think what you have to do is find out because I found out the ratio. There are 5 workers that make 30 units of wheat for Fredonia, I think. And is it 5? Yeah, I think so. And so you have 5 workers making corn there, which is 10 units of corn, plus the 30 units of corn that Slovenia exchanges. So that's 40 units of corn.
If they're each specializing, then they're only making 60 units of corn on one side and 60 of wheat on the other, right?
Yeah.
So if they're trading 30 units of that for 30 units of the other thing, they're only left with 30 units of what they made, right?
Yeah. But like, it doesn't necessarily say that they're specializing. It just says that they're trading now.
Right.
So, but there's no, if they start, the trade has to, what's the word? Benefit them. So if not all 10 workers are producing 6 units of corn and they're trading 30 units of that, they're worse off. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if 5 workers are producing their 6 units of corn, they're only producing 30 units. So they can't trade those 30 units or they're left with no corn.
Yeah.
Or because they're consuming their 30 units of corn.
Right.
Before they're trading. So all 10 workers have to produce that 6 units of corn, or it doesn't work. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they send the units. So that,
Yeah, because they don't want to. Let's see.
yeah, so that doesn't make sense. So it is.
To gain from the trade.
Yeah.
They have to be in between their opportunity costs.
Yeah, so if one goes max at 60 and the other one goes max at 60, they're able to trade the other 30 off for the 30 of the other unit that the other one would have a hard time making.
Yeah, that makes
sense.
Okay.
Get it now. Thank you for explaining that. That was awesome.
All right, I'm not very good.
Yeah.
That was hard. That was a hard one to wrap my brain.
All right. So they can switch between producing at a constant rate. The farmer and the rancher each have 24 labor hours available. Each person spends all of his time producing the good in which he has a comparative advantage and takes place at a price of 1 pound of pork for 2 pounds of tomato. Then let's see. Yeah, this one is another one that I had a hard time with.
Yeah, these trading ones like rack my brain.
So I wrote, so for the farmer, their trade-off is 1 pound of pork for every, so if they choose to make a pound of pork, they're missing out on 2 pounds of tomatoes.
Right.
If they choose to make a pound of tomatoes, they're missing out on half a pound of pork. For the rancher, it's 1-to-1, no matter which way it goes. So then, so if they trade 1 pound of pork for 2 pounds of tomatoes, I guess it would mean the farmer would gain, but the rancher wouldn't, because he's trading one. I mean, his opportunity cost is 1 for 1, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That's what I got.
Okay. If Posney and Merv switch from each person dividing her time equally between the production of purses and wallets, each person spending all of her time producing the good in which she has a comparative advantage, the total production of purses will increase by anybody have any suggestions?
So the way about this, they want equal. They want I'm sorry here. Steam is in the middle possibility production frontier, and then if why did they pick the weirdest names? Murphy picked in the middle as well. They would only have 7. So I said that the number of purses would increase by 3.
So it says that they're spending all their time producing the good in which they have a comparative advantage.
Right. So originally they were dividing their time equally between the production of purses and wallets. So originally it was equally.
Okay.
Right. So they would produce 5. So Hosney would produce 5 purses but only 4 wallets. So instead, what happened? So he was producing 5, and then Murphy was only producing 2 wallets. They went right nice and equal.
Okay.
So instead of doing that now, and what was only created was, I guess, 2 from Murphy and then 5 from Hosney, which was just 7, right? Now that they're just concentrating on what they do best, Hosney now is creating all 10, and Mervy's only creating the total 6 wallets. So that increased from a total production of 7 to 10. So that's 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Back to the ranger and the farmer.
We still have 20 questions, or we still have up to 20 here. Okay.
So 13. So the farmer should specialize in the production of. I got tomatoes, and the rancher should specialize in the production of pork. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
But I don't even remember looking at this one, to be very honest.
It's this, like, those are the smallest hours possible for each of them, right? For those two things?
Well,
They make those the fastest?
yeah. Because for tomatoes, the farmer is trading half a pound of pork. Or for pork, he's trading 2 pounds of tomatoes.
Right, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
14. I have.
Oh, so Maya has a competitive advantage in. Oh, sorry, I should have read Maya. Yeah.
But he doesn't have an absolute advantage in either.
Well, doesn't she have an absolute advantage and Maya has an absolute advantage in both of them in 5 and 8 toasters when it comes out to the 40 hours?
Oh,
or did I misread that?
Yes, she does. She has an absolute advantage in both. Sorry.
Right.
Because
both good and fair advantage.
I was thinking that's how many they make in an hour, but it was really late when I was doing this. So. 15.
1 second, and a comparative advantage. Okay, I wasn't looking. And a comparative advantage in
toasters, right?
Is it? It's mixers, yeah. No.
Yeah, it's mixers.
Yeah, because the ratio is not as great as the half. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. Total output in an economy increases when each person specializes because.
I put B.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. 16.
Arturo and Dina would not be. It says Arturo and Dina would not be able to gain from trade if Dina's opportunity cost of 1 taco changed to.
Oh, is it the same trade as before?
Yes.
Okay.
So as it, the way it is now, for every 1 taco, she's sacrificing so 2 burritos. Or
I think it's a B, because if it would it wouldn't be beneficial if she made the same ratio as Arturo, and Arturo's ratio is for every 1 taco he creates 3/4 of a burrito.
Yeah.
explain that to me like I'm a monkey? I need a little bit more.
Okay, so Dinah or whatever, for every one taco she makes half a burrito. And
Right.
so it's beneficial to trade with Arturo because for every one taco he makes 3/4 of a burrito. But if she were to match that ratio, it wouldn't be beneficial.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I'm there.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
17 is D.
Yep.
18. I have A.
Yep.
19. Yeah. But I don't know why. So
I put down D.
I started writing it down, but I didn't explain why, so I don't know. Are they specializing? Okay. Grade. Oh, so what I did is, well, they're both completely specializing. So that means that 30 workers are producing 750 units of fish.
And then
They're
750
trading
minus.
Yeah, they're trading 90 units of fish.
80 units a week. That's what I did. I'm trying to figure out where I figured that out from. I did 750 minus 90, and then I got 660.
Yeah. I don't know why it says at the end along with the 80 units of meat because it's asking about fish. So yeah, that's how I figured it out too.
Hello.
Are you there? I don't know. Does anybody else have something else they think it is? Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. This one's hard.
Sorry, I'm kind of lost on it too. It was kind of breaking up at the beginning. So I didn't really follow along with what you guys were saying.
So it says that they both specialize in whatever they make more of.
Yeah.
So the boat land is they can make 25 units per worker, and they have 30 workers. So that means they're producing 750 units of fish.
Yeah.
They decide to trade the 90 units to the farmland. And so that means that they're left with 660 units.
Okay, sorry. My computer
Yeah.
is like frozen.
That's what I got.
That makes sense. I didn't know how to do it, but now that we're talking about it, that's one that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems way easier to me than what I was doing in my head.
That's why I'm like, I don't understand why they give like all this
Yeah.
extra information in there. But
Just to confuse us. That's it.
I guess they just like want to make it complicated.
Right.
So, okay. So then for 20, I have A.
Yeah.
I just have a quick question. I forgot I didn't mark which 17 was.
17.
That was huge.
Goods produced domestically and sold abroad.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just want to make sure.
Yep.
So, and then for 20, I have A because they produce 3 units of coffee per one. Wait, hold on. I'm pretty bad at like my notes, so I don't know.
Well, if Chile produces more, wouldn't they just import because it's easier for Chile? They import.
Yeah, their opportunity cost for coffee is less than for soybean. Basically, what I got. So.
All right.
David. Ooh.
Hey, sorry, guys. It checked out for me, but I got on my phone, so I was able to listen to everything that you were saying.
Okay. So
I got the same thing. What a miracle! Sorry. Yeah.
Where you recorded it, do you only have the link to post?
Yeah, and then I can post that link. I'm sorry, my computer's really going slow right now, but I think that's what you asked.
Yeah, I was just asking about if you can post the link.
Post up the link. Is it just one of us that needs to post it up, or I'll just post it up and then I'll just read up.
We'd all need to, but then again, who knows? So,
Okay. All right. Well, good stuff, you guys. Thanks so
Yep.
much.
Sorry.
I'll post up the link on the board.
Took long. Okay. Thanks.
Alrighty. See ya.
All right, no problem. See ya.